Freddie Yeti. My good friend Dr. Thylacine, curator of the Hall of Cryptids, asked me to tell you about the history of one of the most famous mythical creatures. Me, the Yeti, or also known as the Abominable Snowman. What makes us so abominable anyway? I'm a good-natured fella. Anywho, the story of the Yeti has its origins in folklore. The character is an ancient and important part of the legends of the history of the Sherpa, the communities that live in the mountains of the Himalayas in Asia. Tales of the Yeti fulfill one of the key purposes of folklore, to provide motivational or morality lessons. Specifically, they warn the Sherpa community about approaching dangerous wild animals. But I, for one, am much more likely to give a hug than be dangerous. Some say the Yeti story is just a fear that has been built inside the head of mountainous people to make them stronger and more fearless in the harsh weather. But when Western mountaineers started traveling to the Himalayas, evidence was found that evolved the myth into something even more monstrous and sensational. In 1921, the explorer and politician Charles Howard Bury led a British expedition to Mount Everest. He spotted some large footprints and was told they belonged to Meto Kangmi, which means something like Man-Bear Snowman. Is that what I look like? Ugh. When the expedition returned, a journalist interviewed some of the members. Unfortunately, he was not the most accurate reporter. He first mistranslated Meto as filthy, then decided that abominable was even better. Fake news! But in that moment, a legend was born. Accounts of sightings by locals continue to be translated by Western visitors, and the story of a mysterious ape-like snowman took off. For generations since, the Yeti has regularly appeared in popular culture, including the stop-motion animation classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, one of my favorites. It's even now the name for a popular brand of coolers. Because what's cooler than a Yeti? By the 1950s, interest in the Yeti legend ran high. Various mountaineers launched expeditions to find the creature. Yeti fever took off in the West after British explorer Eric Shepton snapped a picture in 1951 of what appeared to be a large primate-like footprint. Curiosity about the identity of the Yeti drew Sir Edmund Hillary into the search, one of the first two men to climb Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain. In 1953, Yeti tracks were found by Hillary in the Barrancola Range. The next year, two British members of Hillary's team discovered Yeti tracks in the Kyoyang Valley. His trusted Sherpa friends would tell Hillary of their first-hand sightings of the man-sized snow ape, and during most of the 1950s, Hillary was a supporter of the possibility of the existence of the mysterious creature. The belief in the Yeti's existence was so strong that in 1959, the U.S. State Department created rules on how one was to behave in its presence. A memo with Foreign Service Dispatch at the top spells out that to be with the Yeti, one must get an official permit and pay a Yeti fee. I never got my cut. Hunters are told not to kill it. Whew. And instead are to photograph or capture it. Yikes! Hey, I'll send you a selfie if you promise not to capture me. They were also told they should clear any news about their discovery with the Tibetan government first. Even cryptid hunters can't avoid red tape. Recent evidence of the existence of the Yeti includes an official tweet from the Indian Army, whose mountaineering expedition team claimed to have found footprints of the mythical beast. The prints allegedly measured 32 by 15 inches. Talk about a big foot, right? Maybe we are cousins with the American Sasquatch. Some speculate the footprints were simply made by a bear, but no one really knows for sure. So, is the Yeti real? Well, here I am. But seriously, the idea that there are large primates yet to be discovered is not far-fetched. The mountain gorilla wasn't discovered until 1902. Who knows what other mysteries remain yet to be revealed? And that's what makes cryptids so much fun. The endless possibilities of the unknown. I hope you enjoyed my little history of the Yeti. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Dr. Thylacine and the Hall of Cryptids on social media for more cryptozoology fun. See you next time. Bye.